Bonjour, Pinterest pretties. Disclaimer, I do not know this commenter or their parents, so I am not coming after their specific situation. I'm just piggybacking off of their comment. I've noticed that a lot of people who show clear signs of being mentally unstable justify reasons for having kids in a unhealthy situation, whether it has to do with poverty, whether it's with abusive parents, alcoholism, all of these things. Obviously, I know that there are exceptions to the rule. I'm not talking about someone who got molested and had a kid. So I don't want to see any ignorant comments like that. Don't put any words in my mouth. But let's be real. A lot of these women are quite literally idiots. Quite literally idiots. Some will have full control over their actions and still have a kid with a dusty baby daddy. Talking about life happens. No, you chose to have intercourse with this dusty man who is a bouncer at a club who doesn't make any money and say, well, I just wanted to make it work. No. You didn't want to make it work. If you actually did, you would go out and find someone who is suitable to raise a kid with you. So you will find someone who doesn't show any signs of narcissistic personality traits, which a lot of you guys tend to look over. Like a guy could say, I'm going to beat the shit out of you if you're going to wear that skanky dress. And y'all will sit up here and say, oh my gosh, it's a joke. It's a joke. It wasn't that serious. Then fast forward 10 years later, he's beating on you. Because you chose to be an idiot and not take into consideration what everyone is doing and how they are treating you. And I know a lot of people do not think like me. I've always been very, very smart as a kid. I always tend to be hyperfixated on people's actions and how people interact with others. So off bat, I can tell if like you're a piece of trash person. Off rip. Now, sometimes I was a little dumb in the past where I would choose to still be friends with someone and then they would end up hurting me. And I knew it all along. But to progress in life, you have to make sure you learn something and you take your knowledge and apply it to future situations, which a lot of you guys are not doing. You're choosing to not progress in life at all. Have you learned nothing? Have you learned nothing, you idiot? And it's sad because a lot of these children, they will see the combination of an idiotic parent who is not aware of their surroundings, and then an abusive, narcissistic other parent. They will see these people in front of them, and then they will end up forming mommy issues, daddy issues. Their relationships and how they view them will be altered forever. They will think certain dynamics are normal when they're not. This is why when these kids go out in the real world, they don't know what is normal and what isn't normal. They will be mean to people and not even realize it. I mean, sometimes they do realize it. I'm not going to give any excuses, but I'm talking about before your brain develops. Because I feel like at a certain point when your brain develops, you have common sense on whether or not what you're doing is good or bad. You can watch a show and tell what is good or bad. How's the audience reacting? But a lot of you guys tend to be sociopaths as well, but I won't even get into that right now. Also, I know this is controversial. Everyone views marriage differently, but me personally, how I grew up, I don't think that you should even be with someone if you're not comfortable enough to marry them. If you have a unsettling feeling in your stomach about this person. So why would you go ahead and have kids with someone you wouldn't even want to marry? Or who doesn't even want to marry you, who doesn't love and cherish you enough to marry you. And also, I feel like for a woman to be married, a man should take care of her. A man should protect and provide for her. If you're not giving me the freedom to stay home and live comfortably, or giving me the freedom to go out and work if that is my passion, why am I with you? Our morals and values do not align. And just by that, there's going to be a lot of conflicts in the home just based off the differences between the two people. Why would I want my kid to grow up and see that? But you know, a lot of these women are crazy. They gonna bust it wide open for any man that gives them any attention, because they're attention seeking. I'm not even gonna say the word. People are just very mentally, they're something's wrong with these people. But that is the end of this video. Have a good rest of your day. Au revoir.